Hey ladies, Chrissy here. I told you guys I was going to come to you while I'm doing meal prep to try to make my diet healthier and so that I'm not cheating and grabbing convenience foods because I'm tired from working out or tired from cleaning house or tired from gardening or tired from my granddaughter, whatever the case may be. I find reasons to snack on garbage food, and my reason is usually I'm too tired to cook. So my husband brought home a bunch of like Tupperware, not Tupperware, it's generic, Mainstays, Walmart. But I'm going to use this kit and I'm going to put together 7 lunches for myself so I don't have to prep throughout the week and worry about, I'm not going to be grabbing, convenience foods. I'm not going to be grabbing potato chips and cookies and donuts and breads and things that are fattening because I'm too lazy to make something to eat because I'm tired from my workout. I'm going to solve that by getting all my food prepped ahead of time. So let's do this. Oh, that's good size for a salad. Yeah, I can do these for salads. Let's see, we got 4. I'm gonna prep as many as I can. All right, there we go. There's all the containers that I need for my lunches. I'm gonna do breakfast next, but let's start with lunch prep. And I apologize for the way I look. I haven't done my hair or anything today. I just jumped out of the shower and decided to do this. Oh, I want to get some gloves on. One moment. Okay, I've got gel nail polish on, so I'm wearing gloves when I do this prep. All right, so I'm going to start by cutting up a bunch of lettuce and then filling each of these containers with lettuce. I've got my vegetable chopper here. I'm going to get that out of the way. I'm just going to start by lining up all my little containers. All these lids, set them aside. Got all my containers lined up. I'm lining them up here. You can't see them, but I got them all lined up. Okay, let's start with prepping the lettuce. We're going to cut up a bunch of lettuce. I just ran to the store and got some iceberg, and then I'm going to go get some stuff off my hydroponic garden too. I've got some brine and kale and actually, I think I have some in the fridge that I harvested yesterday. But let's go ahead and get this stuff cut up. We're going to start with good old iceberg lettuce. And now usually I use the lettuce off my system, but yesterday I harvested a bunch to make a big salad for myself, and I harvested so much that there's like little of nothing left. Take that outside leaf off. I don't like the outside leaf. Let's get rid of it. Okay. Go ahead and cut this up and find a good knife to do this with. A big knife. This will work. Okay, let's go ahead and cut this. Get rid of that. I'm just going to start chopping this up. I've got scissors here too that I can use, but we're going to start with a chop. Okay, let's start with this. I am just going to take my containers one at a time and throw lettuce in. So I am doing this meal prep because I get so tired. I've turned myself into a gym girly. No, I'm not at my goal weight yet. People have said to me, "Gym girly, you're a fat girl." Well, that's why I'm going to the gym every day, folks, because I don't want to be fat. I mean, I'm a happy girl, fat or not. I don't care. It's not going to make me unhappy to have some pounds on me. My husband loves me just the same now as he did if I were thin. You know, he doesn't care. But I'm trying very, very hard to switch to a fully plant-based diet for the most part. I'm already about 75-80% there. I'm very close to being there, but I'm trying to get there even further. I just want to keep my diet as plant-based as possible because I'm a cancer survivor. And the type of cancer that I had was an estrogen-based cancer. I had endometrial cancer. And because of that, my doctors want me to stay away from red meat and anything that has antibiotics or hormones or just anything like that, because it's just not good for me. It could make me get a cancer recurrence. I'm sorry if I'm not looking at the camera while I'm chopping. I just don't want to chop my fingers off. Okay, so we're just going to fill each container halfway with lettuce. And then we're going to put other goodies in. I think each salad gets like this much lettuce. I would say it's about a cup of lettuce. Got the heart in there. I like the heart of the lettuce. I think it's delicious. It'd be easier just to, oh, you know what? That's easier. I'm just gonna stick it in and chop it up like this. I guess I could just like grab my food processor out and chop things that way. But we'll do it this way. Okay, container number 2. It's pretty quick. And this is gonna, I believe, is gonna really change the way my diet goes throughout the week now. Because I'm terrible at not wanting to cook after I've worked out. I get, you know, really jazzed about going to the gym. And I tend to be one of those people that's like all or nothing. So when I go to the gym, I don't want to go and just put in a half-ass workout. When I go to the gym, I'm going in there like I'm an Olympian, for real. People would probably not guess that I'm a 57-year-old woman who's had cancer and 4 C-sections. Because I go in there and I work out on anything and everything. Even the stuff that's too hard for me to do and is a bit intimidating, I'm still in there trying. Yeah. In one of these days, every one of those machines, I'll be able to work. That one needs a little bit more. Let's go ahead and chop up some more of this lettuce. Yep, I got just about enough lettuce here. Yep, I got my whole week. Because that'll be number 7. So yeah, that worked actually really well. That worked really well. Okay, let's get the rest of this chopped up. Yeah, putting it in the container and then just taking my food scissors, my kitchen shears to it is super easy. Oh my gosh, it just makes cutting this up so easy. And there's another one. That's 3. Cut this one up. There's 4. So I have 4 salads starters. I've ran out of those types of containers, and I'm moving on to the little round ones. But it's the same size container, it's just a different shape. I might have a little bit too much lettuce in that one. I want to make sure there's room for cucumbers and tomatoes and all the other goodies. I use an app called Noom, and it's got macros, and it's got me like learning about the different types of food that I eat, and what is a protein and what is a carbohydrate, and you know, all the different things that in the macros of eating. So okay, all right, this gave me exactly 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, this would be 7 salads if I make 2 more. I think I might just go with 5, and then on the weekends do something different with my husband. That way I can like, I'll cook on the weekends with him. That way I can give him something special to eat on the weekends, and he doesn't have to just do salad. But I'm gonna go ahead and take this leftover lettuce. This is what's left over, just a little bit out of the head. And I'm just gonna keep that. And I'll have this for lunch today, myself. Just sit this behind me. Okay, so now we've got all the lettuce cut up in the little containers. This is really nice. All right, so we did 5. I was going to do 7, but you know what? I think 5 is probably better anyway, because that way I can spend the weekends having meals with my husband rather than separate from him. All right, so let's go on to the next thing that we're gonna use. Let me throw the trash away. Okay, the next thing going in is the cucumbers. Yes, cucumbers. I love cucumbers. I am growing cucumbers right now, but mine are not ripe yet and ready. The ones that were have already been eaten. So I had my husband pick me up some cucumbers. Let me wash this real quick. Okay, we've got a cucumber. I've got this handy dandy machine that I like to use to do my cucumbers with. So we're going to just cut the cucumber right here and slice it. Turn this. I think it would be better for me if it was going in this direction. There we go. Let's save a bit of that cucumber for my lunch. Back there. All right. I just like the way this machine, this little chopper, puts such a pretty shape on the veggies. It makes them super pretty. They get kind of like a ruffly look to them. All right, so we're just going to take a little bit of cucumber and toss that into each one of these salads. I do love my cucumber, so I'm going to be generous with it. I'm putting a small handful into each salad. Cucumbers are so good, and they're so good for you, and very low in calorie, mostly water, guys, but filling. Yes, they're delicious. They're so good for you. All right, so there's the cucumbers. I'll just take and show you, and that's what they look like. Every single container now has lettuce and cucumbers. Okay, the next thing we're going to put in is tomatoes. I love tomatoes. Another one. Okay. Tomatoes. Let's cut these up. And I'm just going to do a nice thick chunk on them. I don't want them too small. I like to taste my tomatoes. I love tomatoes. I like nice big hearty chunks. Tomatoes are so delicious. Yum. Yummy, yummy, yummy. Okay, I got all this tomato. We're just going to put a little bit of tomato on top of each of these salad baskets or containers, whatever. Put a little bit of tomato on each one. This looks so good. So good. Okay. Every single basket has about a little less than a quarter. Let's put a little more tomato in. They're good for you. Let's put some more in there. That bad spot. I know, you want a tomato. Okay. My dog loves tomatoes. Callie the pug. If you guys haven't seen, I've got a GoFundMe going for my dog. She's very sick. We don't know if she has cancer or not, but she does have a tumor growing in her mouth. And she has to have it removed, and all of her teeth as well. So If you're able to help, I'd sure appreciate it. My husband and I cannot afford her surgery without help. Okay, I got one more tomato cut up here, and I'm just going to add some more tomato to each of these salads because I love tomato. It's good for you. These are the good kind of calories, guys. These are the good kind of calories. Not all calories are bad for us. Okay, let me go ahead and give this a little rinse, my cutting board. Okay, we got cucumbers, we got tomatoes, we got lettuce. Harvested some red Swiss chard yesterday, so we're going to put some Swiss chard in these salads. Yes, we are. Just grab a couple fronds. I do love Swiss chard. Anybody else out there like it? Oh, it's good. Good for you. Okay, so I have these two really beautiful pieces of Swiss chard off of my garden system. I grow all kinds of chard. I'm going to cut this up and put it in the salads. I'm just going to use scissors on this. I like to roll it up like a cannoli, just like that, and then I cut it. Roll it up like a cannoli, and then just cut it into ribbons. So delicious and so versatile. You can use the Swiss chard raw in salads like I'm doing here. You can cook it. I like it with some butter and garlic. You can bake it onto like pizza dough, make a Swiss chard pizza. Oh, there's so many ways you can use Swiss chard. And it is delicious and colorful and full of great vitamins and antioxidants. And just be careful if you do develop kidney stones easily, because it can cause problems with that. I believe it's because it's got like oxalates or something in it that can cause problems with people who develop stones. It can actually give you issues, so be careful. If you're one of those people, maybe don't eat Swiss chard or eat it very little. Puts a lot of beautiful color into your salad. That's what I like about it too. It's not just the flavor. I like colorful food. I sure do. All right, so let's just put a few ribbons of this Swiss chard on each of these salads. Yes. Let's just put a little bit of the chard in there too. Sprinkle a little chard in each container. Not just the leaves, but also, you know, the stem, the chard itself. Okay, what else have I got? I've got cheese, I've got croutons. I don't know if I'm going to add that. I do have sunflower seeds. I'm going to add that. I guess this is it. I think, you know what though? I'm going to go get some oranges. I would like to put some oranges in here. I think that would be good, don't you? All right, so now this is what it looks like, guys. I've got all my salads for the weekdays prepped. I've got 5 of them here. And we've got iceberg lettuce, tomatoes, Swiss chard, cucumber, and we're going to put some kale in. I'll be right back. I'm going to go get some kale. Let's just put a little bit of this kale in there. I just harvested my kale the other day and ate a big kale salad, so I don't have a lot of kale on my system right now, but I got a little bit here. We can add a little bit to the salads. I do like kale. Very, very healthy, very good for you. It's like a superfood. It's honestly just so good for you, and it's completely in the green zone. If you do Noom, then you know what I'm talking about with food colors. You want to try to keep your intake as green as possible. So here's some kale, and I'm just going to put a little bit of kale on the top of each of these salads, just a little. Just put a little bit of that kale flavor and crunch in there. That's what I like about kale. It's got that nice crunch to it. I often used to say I have to have croutons in my salad because I want crunch. And what I've learned is that you can find crunch in other ways. You don't have to per se have croutons for crunch. You can use onion rings, chips if you want to, not so healthy. But I like to use the stems of like Swiss chard and kale. It's crunchy. Yeah, it gives you that crunch. Okay, I've got a can of mandarin oranges. I'm going to rinse these and drain these, and then I'm going to put 2 or 3 oranges in each one of these salads to give it a little bit of a fruit burst. That helps me to stay from like eating candy or wanting to suck on, you know, a sucker or have some gum or a bowl of ice cream. I do have a bit of a sweet tooth, not a huge one, but a little bit. And if I put fruit in my salad, I have found that I do not crave any kind of sweets throughout the day. So let's do this. Let's get some oranges in there. Who loves mandarin oranges? I do. And they're really good for you. Okay, so let's just I'm just going to put a few of these in each salad. maybe 3 or 4 or 5, just a few. Just top each salad with a little bit. It's good for you guys. This is the kind of sweet treat you can have and you don't have to feel guilty about. It's not M&Ms, you know. I will tell you though that if you want a piece of dark chocolate throughout the day, if that's your thing, if you need that kind of a sugar rush, have a piece of dark chocolate instead of milk chocolate. It's not as bad. It's better for you. Dark chocolate's actually got some health benefits to it also. It does. Okay, I gotta say, these salads look really good. I'm gonna save the rest of this orange to put on my lunch salad today. But yeah, I think these look tasty. Let me move this, and you guys can take a look at my work. Okay, meal prep. Chrissy has her lunches made for the whole week, so I'm not going to be calling my husband at work, and he's not at the camera. He could probably yell out and attest to this, though. I will often call him while he's working, and I'll say, hey, I'm tired. I just worked out. I don't feel like making anything. Grab some Wendy's. Grab some Taco Bell. Grab some whatever. And he will, because he loves me, and I love him, and he's a great guy, and he'll get me whatever I want. But it's not good for me. And honestly, this is good for me. And now I won't be asking him to get me something from fast food or convenience food, because I have convenient food right here. Convenient, green, healthy food. All right, so let's get all the tops on these. We'll stick these in the fridge. And tomorrow, I'm going to come back to you. In the morning, I'm going to put together all of my breakfasts for the whole week. We're going to do Greek yogurt and fruit. Sound good? And then we'll sprinkle a little granola on. I make homemade granola. I have a whole batch of it. I'll show that to you guys, and I'll share the recipe if I haven't already. But we'll sprinkle a little granola on, and that'll be breakfast all week. And then I'm going to do crock pot dinners this week to try to save time and energy. But there we go. Chrissy's got lunch all week long, and I don't have to ask my husband to get me fast food because I'm too tired from hooping. I can just go grab me a beautiful, crunchy, delicious salad. Bon appetit!